As high-achieving women, especially those balancing motherhood and professional ambition, we are used to holding it all together. From managing teams or running businesses to juggling school runs and keeping the home running, we do it all. And yet, despite doing everything right, some days feel heavy, disconnected, numb. You've done the journaling, you've meditated. You've reframed your thoughts. You've even created vision boards. So why do you still feel stuck? Let me say this clearly. You are not broken. You are not falling short. You're the one being called into a deeper phase of growth. One that mindset alone can't unlock. This isn't a breakdown, beautiful. This is realignment. And it's asking you to reignite not just your drive, but your truth. So let's begin today, beautiful. I want you to know that you're not being broken. Okay? You are not breaking at breaking point. You are at the point of rebuilding. You are being rebuilt for the best, most flawless, most amazing, most powerful version of you. Have that power to understand that that's exactly what you're going through right now, and I feel it. That inner restlessness that you feel, the exhaustion that doesn't go away with a nap or even an early night sleep or even a weekend off. What is that? If you're lucky enough to ever have had that and you still feel exhausted, I know, I go to bed early. I still wake up sometimes feeling absolutely exhausted. That's not failure. It's nothing wrong with your body, but it's your body whispering to you, hey, beautiful, there's more here. There is more. And the thing is, you've mastered showing up for others. You've mastered showing up for your business. You give your best to your family. But now it's time to show up for yourself. But you're going to show up for yourself in a new way. So maybe you're the woman who runs a thriving practice, a business, a company. Maybe you have a really high power position, so much falls on you, the day never ends. You know, you're probably still sitting on your MacBook at the end of the night when everybody else has gone to sleep because you've got things to do, because you're like, right, if I just get this finished, tomorrow will feel clearer. I'll have less to do. I'll give myself a little bit of a breather. But it never happens. It always adds up. It always piles on. Let me know in the comments if you get that. You know, apart from that, you've got all your business side. You're getting the kids to school. You're making sure they're clean, fresh, beautiful, happy, obviously, well nourished. You're still trying to hit the gym or at least keep yourself in beautiful physical condition because it's a high priority of yours. You're trying to meditate. You're trying to journal. You're trying to do something for yourself. It's like, oh, and your husband too. It's like, how do you fit it all in? And even after that, you still feel like you're missing something. Or, like me, sometimes you just feel guilty because you're like, well, I could give that one more, or I could give, like, you always feel like you can give more. But do you ever feel like you can give more to yourself? That's the thing. The number one key player, the number one most high performance, most amazing individual in your family, and you can't even think about giving yourself more. So I just want you to realize that for a minute. I see exactly what you're doing. I know exactly how tough it is. I know that because I do that too. And it's a totally thankless task because people see you and they just think, oh, life's easy. They see how you're so put together, you're so positive, you've got everything going, you're spinning a million plates, and they just think, oh, she loves it, she's good at that. But they don't realise that you have no other choice. And they don't realise that you would absolutely love some time for you. But you know this is a season of your life, so you just keep it going. And you do, like, you feel like something's missing. You kind of feel like every day you're in that mode, you're in that same thing, you're keeping it all going. And you know it's a season of your life, so you're going to get through it, yeah. But you're like, if only there was just that one thing that could help me to try and free all this up. You look at people like the Kardashian family. You look at people like, I'm just naming these people because they do so much in a day, not for any other reasons. Elon Musk. You look at people who are running and managing countries. I'm not going to get political at all because I'm just not. But you look at these people and you're like, wait, how do they do that all in a day? So if they can do that, and yet I'm here, and I'm feeling like I'm just keeping my head above float, what am I missing? And you know that it's something that's missing because you're like, well, I'm capable. And it's not because you're ungrateful, but it's because you've built a beautiful life. But you feel like that no longer fully reflects you. You're feeling that resistance in you. You're feeling that tension. You're like, I can make this even better. I can have more flow. I feel like something has to give here. That's not a flaw. That's a signal. This is your signal, beautiful, that you're ready for your next evolution. So let's talk about that. Because realignment requires emotional presence. You can't mindset your way past what your body is holding. And that's what this whole series is about. True alignment begins when we allow ourselves to feel what we've been too busy, too responsible, or too together to acknowledge. That moment in the kitchen where you tear up over something small. The tightness in your chest when everyone's asleep. And you finally let yourself exhale. Those aren't weaknesses. They're openings. And healing happens when we let ourselves feel. That's what we call somatic integration, when we are working with the body, not just the mind. For example, if you find yourself constantly holding tension in your jaw, your shoulders, or your back, you need to start asking yourself questions like, what emotion am I bracing myself against? What am I trying to prepare myself for? What am I holding that I've never given myself permission to release? And let me tell you, beautiful, this work takes courage. It's very courageous to do this. And sometimes it even takes gentle guidance. Not because you're weak, but because healing doesn't have to be lonely. It doesn't have to be hard-edged. And it doesn't have to feel like torture. You feel like your life can be lonely. Why? Because you are one of a kind. You're one of the few people out there who really get what it means to live their life to the fullest, to be their best self, who actually has these, I'm not going to say ridiculously high standards, but some people would think that. But actually you're just being your best self. And that's lonely because let me tell you, most people are not. There are times when you'll need someone to hold space for you as you feel deeply. Because nobody gets it. And you'll know that your friends, your husband, your family, they just don't get it. You don't need to be told you have it good. You don't have to be told, oh, just, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You don't need all the filler nonsense. You just need someone to actually acknowledge you and see what you're going through and know you're capable and hold you through that. And other times, you'll be ready to go further, to release, to expand, but only when you are ready. So it's not like, I'll just follow a program and we'll do this. It's like you need to understand deeply how you're feeling, release, and do this in stages. But sometimes it can literally be like exponential release and growth. Sometimes when you are going through the process of rebalancing somatically, you're essentially just going to feel like, what happened there? You've made this incredible, huge shift, and it just locks everything else into place. You almost get that whole shift in your body and your mindset together, and in your spirit too, because you're like, oh God, I just released so much. I just let go what I've been feeling for like, could be 20 years. You see things from a completely different perspective, but that can't happen until you're ready. So lastly, I just want to remind you that you're here because you're being called into the next season. Your next season. That longing that you feel, that quiet voice that says, there has to be more, it's not indulgent, it's sacred. You are being invited into a new version of yourself. The upgraded one, the elite one, the one that doesn't hustle for worthiness, the one that leads through embodied truth. It's not about doing more beautiful, it's about becoming more aligned with who you are meant to be, who your creator designed you to be. So this might look like letting go of old guilt, maybe around prioritizing yourself or your needs. It might look like slowing down, and this one's so hard, I know, not to fall behind, but to actually meet yourself more honestly before you can just accelerate and just push forward so much quicker than you ever could have if you hadn't taken that moment to slow down. That's a reassurance that happens. Okay, that does happen. That's the whole point. We're not stopping to become stagnant. We're stopping to deal with the key thing that's been holding us back this whole time before we can just accelerate. Imagine like pulling on that elastic band, pull it back. You've got all those resistance building up inside of you. The minute you let it go, you're gone into the stratosphere. And that's about your success, your healing, your well-being, everything. But you need to stop, to actually stop that pullback. Reflect on that resistance. Give it a purpose and move you forward. Let it move you forward. It might even look like releasing perfection. Perfection in motherhood, in business, whatever else, what other aspect of your life, just so that you can create from presence. One woman told me, I thought I had to do more to feel better, so she could be more organized, okay? But now I know I just had to feel what I've been carrying for years. Okay, this is what changes lives. It's a mindset shift. You can hear that and it might not mean anything to you. But when you realize that the key is just feeling, releasing, it's one of the most integral parts that's going to accelerate you forward into so much joy, abundance, happiness, and success. That's what reignition looks like. It's not just another performance, but it's a return to yourself, to your soul, to wholeness, balance, and love, and just experiencing everything to the most beautiful degree. So let this be your reminder. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to heal yourself. You need to feel yourself. Okay? If you've been feeling flat, if you've been feeling disconnected, or like your glow has dimmed, or like you're just hanging on in there, this isn't the end. This is the edge of your next level self calling you forward. This is your massive point of resistance where you're just waiting. Your soul, your body, your mind, everything, we're just waiting to accelerate everything forward. You're not broken. You're becoming. So this is your permission to slow down and rise again, brighter, fuller, more than you ever have before. And I have amazing tools and resources on this channel for you, totally free. And if you're ready for a powerful one-on-one session to reignite your inner fire, to release emotional blocks. Then I wanted to mention the Reignite Empowerment Activation. It is the perfect next step for you. It's designed for women like you, ambitious, heart-led, ready for more. You can find all the details below if that's something that you are interested, if you're ready on taking that next step. Because this package has been designed exactly for you. But we are now at the end of this video, so don't forget to subscribe for more insights, energetic realignment tips, and mindset shifts that will help you to manifest your next level life. Before you go, I want to mention the Manifestation Power Pack. It is such a valuable tool. It's a set of tools really that I've created from scratch, from my heart, just for you. There's a planner which is actually contains an audio guide which helps you to set up your dream life. You have so many visualizations, activations, meditations, things that will just take yourself to the next level, and I'm adding to that all the time. You can check out all the latest offers at mrsmanifestation.com. And excuse me, I just want to finish by reminding you that if you're watching this, if you've stayed this far, you are not broken. You are ready to reignite that fire, that flame within you. Don't let this wait 1 second longer. I want you to go ahead now in the comments and let me know what one thing you are going to implement that you have taken on from this video, something that has sparked something in you, and let me know how you're going to take your next steps to being your ultimate self. And I'll see you in the next video.